Imagine a machine where every component, every stitch, and every material is touched by human hands, not just to assemble it, but to perfect it. Each Rolls-Royce undergoes hundreds of hours of meticulous craftsmanship. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. What if I told you that every Rolls-Royce is tailored to its owner's precise whims, that even the stars above you can be custom designed? Today, we're diving deep into the world of extreme luxury, exploring what truly makes a Rolls-Royce worth every penny. Power, prestige, perfection. For over a century, Rolls-Royce has embodied the zenith of luxury and engineering. But what truly justifies its eye-watering price tag? Why does owning one of these vehicles feel like owning a masterpiece? In this video, we'll unravel the mystery behind the extraordinary price of Rolls-Royce automobiles. From the unparalleled craftsmanship to bespoke personalization, by the end of this journey, you'll understand why these cars are not just vehicles. They are rolling works of art.
To this sort of recognition that it's a fastback when we sat in the car. So we have these two leather spars, and they have a sense of focusing your attention. This is reinforced by this band of wood that runs around, almost as if you're the arrow sat within a bow waiting to be fired, and this sense of urgency and dynamic. It all pulls your attention to where the car is going.
Where we've gone more contemporary is with the Canadell panelling. It's an open pore wood finish, so you don't have the lacquer on the veneer, so you can get very much a tactile feel of the grain. You feel very much more connected with the material. Down the centre line of the vehicle, we've got a beautiful book match that allows the grain on one side of the car to mirror on the other side of the car.
It also creates a sort of marvellous sense of cocooning and safety at the same time. What we've tried to do with the leather in Wraith is keep it as unfussy and as clean as possible, as seamless as possible.
When you touch the surface of the leather we'll use on Wraith, we want you to feel the suppleness of the leather itself. Staying true to the whole ethos of Royce, that you engineer for the customer what the customer needs, and then you try to make sure that is the very, very best of material that you can get your hands on, and that's what we do.
There's always this nervousness if somebody with a two-door car offers you a lift. You expect to step into the back, into a compromised situation. Well, we don't do that. We keep going. So there's a sense that when you're in the back of this car, the indulgence continues. Perfect position of the steering wheel, your sense of confidence, the sense of effortlessness, the position of the pedals and so on. And in this, we're absolutely uncompromising. There are some little indulgences. In the center of the car, the rotary controller is a little bit lavish. It's a crystal glass surface which allows people to enter things like addresses and telephone numbers by scribing with the finger. What for me is important, vitally important, is the promise of the exterior is delivered as a reality in the interior of the car. After all, one spends most of the time with a car inside it, driving it, living within it.
Part 1. The Heritage of a Legend. To understand the price of a Rolls-Royce, we must first appreciate its history. Founded in 1906, Rolls-Royce has always been synonymous with the absolute best. From its inception, it was clear this brand wasn't just building cars, it was crafting legacies. Throughout history, the most influential figures from royalty to global icons have chosen Rolls-Royce to represent their status. The brand's cars have been described as the best car in the world, but they are much more than that. They are statements of achievement, symbols of ultimate success. When you buy a Rolls-Royce, you're not just purchasing a vehicle, you're acquiring a piece of history, a heritage that transcends time.
We are also honoured to be joined by some stunning bespoke examples of the marque's very latest Ghost and Black Badge Ghost models. Whilst 100 years apart from the original Silver Ghost, They embody 21st century Rolls-Royce, with more than a century of engineering and design excellence. Our reenactment pays tribute to those great pioneers and the Rolls-Royce legend they created. We're delighted to share this amazing experience with you.
Part 2. Handcrafted to perfection. A Rolls-Royce is not manufactured. It is created. There is no assembly line. Each car is carefully handcrafted by skilled artisans, many of whom have honed their craft for decades. The process of building one Rolls-Royce takes around 400 to 450 hours, but for special commissions that number can skyrocket. The leather? Sourced from bulls in cooler climates to avoid blemishes from insect bites, ensuring flawless upholstery. The wood? Selected from rare trees with veneers matched to perfection so that no grain is out of place. These are not mere details. These are the hallmarks of absolute perfection. The wood paneling alone can take 30 days to perfect. Even the choice of wood is tailored to your preference: mahogany, rosewood, or a rare species of your choosing. This is not just attention to detail, it is artistry. This is why each car feels less like a product and more like a one-of-a-kind sculpture, meticulously crafted and perfected before it even touches the road.
I think the big challenge for designers today is to mix tradition, heritage, things that we've known for almost 100 years or longer, together with the latest technology. The Spirit of Ecstasy challenge is so inspirational for us designers because the Spirit of Ecstasy is a symbol of grace, of luxury, and at the same time it can always be reinterpreted because it has been around for so many years. And therefore this challenge allows young, very up-and-coming designers with a lot to say to merge their vision with the heritage of the Spirit of Ecstasy. What particularly really sparks my interest is then the fact that we focus on textiles, because I think textile is part of the future and it opens so many doors for new materials, new thoughts, new interpretation.
Rolls-Royce allows its clients to transcend the ordinary, to design every aspect of the car to reflect their personal taste. Whether it's the exact shade of paint, mixed to an owner's specification, or embroidery of your family crest on the headrests, the possibilities are limitless. This level of customization ensures that no two Rolls-Royce vehicles are ever the same. In fact, over 90% of Rolls-Royce cars that leave the factory are bespoke, each designed in close collaboration with the client to achieve something truly unique. Many customers spend an additional 20 to 50% of the car's base price on bespoke options alone. It is this ability to craft something entirely unique, with absolute attention to the owner's desires, that adds yet another layer of exclusivity. And, of course, price.
Every line refined. Every surface shaped. Where time-honored craft realizes tomorrow's vision with precious care for what has stood the test of time. To establish legacy, vision must be realized. The form must be mastered, the material manipulated, the cloth cut, the metal forged with care and honesty. Melded by expert hands and overseen by the master's eye. Perfection exists in the exquisite details, down to the very last stitch. The most complex request is realized with no concession to compromise. And absolute devotion to understanding the will of the patron. Materials appointed with exceptional care and executed with only the deftest of touch. Every element culminates in perfect harmony. This is contemporary coach building, a movement shaped by the House of Rolls-Royce for over a century. Defined by a commitment to satisfying the desires of those who value rarity in only its most authentic form.
Part 4. Engineering Excellence. Luxury and craftsmanship may be what's most visible, but under the hood, Rolls-Royce is a marvel of engineering. Each vehicle is powered by a mighty V12 engine, an engineering masterpiece that delivers incredible power with an unmatched smoothness. What's remarkable is not just the power, though there's plenty of that, but the absolute silence inside the cabin. Rolls-Royce engineers have gone to extraordinary lengths to ensure that at 60 miles per hour, the loudest sound you'll hear is the ticking of your own watch. Cut to shots of a Rolls-Royce effortlessly navigating various terrains, highlighting its perfect balance of power and tranquility. The smoothness of the ride is so refined that it feels as if the car is gliding over the road, completely isolating its occupants from the world outside. This is not just luxury. It's a testament to Rolls-Royce's obsession with delivering the perfect driving experience.
This is, I think, what will surprise our customers. In the first moment, it's a typical Rolls-Royce because you don't hear anything. You push the start button and now, it is absolutely the most powerful Rolls-Royce. It's a 12-cylinder engine with a B-turbo. 6.6 liter displacement, it's fantastic, and this combined with an 8-gear transmission, it's a pleasure to drive this car, I can tell you. Satellite-aided transmission is completely new. It's a way to see what comes in the future. What would the satellite-aided transmission do on the Nürburgring? There are a lot of curves behind each other, yeah? GPS says this car is at the moment here, in front of the car is a curve. And now the system knows exactly what will follow. It knows what is the next curve and the next curve. And then it says, okay, don't shift up, shift down. And you always will have the right gear for these curves. It will make it exactly as a professional driver would do it. And that's absolutely revolutionary. You have to go to real places. And what do I mean with real places? Yeah, you have to go to the Nürburgring by making the damper setting, for example, or steering. We went to America, where it's hot. Death Valley is one famous place to test the car in these conditions. And at the end of the day, you have to go to winter tests to Sweden, northern Sweden, where you have icy conditions, where you have ice circles, you have icy roads, and you drive there at very, very low temperatures. It has to perform in any condition the driver could or the owner could drive.
Part 5. Scarcity and exclusivity. Perhaps one of the most compelling reasons behind the price of a Rolls-Royce is its scarcity. Rolls-Royce produces fewer than 5,000 cars each year, making each model rare, almost like a piece of fine art. Some Rolls-Royce models are even one of a kind, like the Sweptail, which was custom built for a client and remains one of the most expensive cars ever made. So, why is a Rolls-Royce so expensive? It's not just a car. It's an experience of royalty.